Hello, St. Anne Parish family. Earlier this week, the Archdiocese released the next draft of the All Things New Strategic Plan. It groups many of the parishes of the Archdiocese together into new pastorates. Now, these are still drafts and are not final, but they reflect a significant amount of input from people around the Archdiocese. Of the original 41 draft models presented at the listening sessions this fall, not a single model has been carried into the second round without changes. Now, the original plan was to release these on Friday, but the news media got a hold of them, and the Archdiocese released them earlier to supplement the media's coverage. I encourage you to go to the Archdiocese website and read the information there. In particular, I encourage you to watch the short video from Father Chris Martin, the Vicar of Strategic Planning, who explains the process and the reasoning. So, you're probably asking, what does this mean to us at St. Anne? Our parish is going to be, at least in this draft model, part of a new pastorate with 4 other parishes. Those parishes are St. Rita in Veneta Park, which is located at Page and North and South. Our Lady of the Presentation, which is located on Brown Road, just south of the St. Charles Rock Road, not far from Chuckerberger. All Souls, which is located in Overland in the neighborhood just southwest of Midland and Woodson, not too far from Wolfie's Hot Dogs. And St. Jude, which is on Warson Road, just north of Lackland, between Page and Midland. We are the only parish in that grouping with a school. The territory of the parishes west of 170 are home to many Hispanics, and right now, All Souls has 3 masses in Spanish on Sundays. If you're wondering about our other neighbors, Blessed Teresa of Calcutta will be in a pastorate with Sacred Heart in Florissant and St. Rose Philippine Duchesne in Florissant. Christ the King, our neighbor to the south, will be in a pastorate with Our Lady of Lourdes, All Saints, St. Joseph in Clayton, and St. Roch in the city. You can find the complete maps on the Archdiocese website, allthingsnew.archstl.org. Now, you may have noticed a new term here, pastorate. A pastorate means a parish or group of parishes served by one pastor. Some parishes will merge into one parish right away. Other parishes will be together as a sort of family of parishes with a single pastor, a parish council, and staff. But they will still technically exist separately from each other in a few other ways. So a pastorate could have one church or more than one, and one priest or more than one priest. The St. Louis Review, the Archdiocese newspaper, has an excellent explanation of the concept. So what happens next? Well, this is the last public time for feedback. Pastors, that's me, have been asked to provide feedback on these new draft models by the end of this week, February 17th. I've provided a survey on the parish website to allow you to give me feedback to pass on, but I also welcome you sending me a free-form note of some sort. The feedback will be considered carefully, and the draft model might be tweaked in one way or another. Then, other recommendations will be developed, priest assignments and recommendations for buildings and social outreaches for the new pastorates will be developed. And all this will be completed so the Archbishop can have the whole thing on his desk and in his prayers for a whole month. The Archbishop will approve and announce the final plan on Pentecost of this year, May 28th. And then, at some point in the early fall, the pastors of the new pastorates will arrive and become pastors of all the parishes in the pastorate. And we will begin transitioning into the new reality. So how does this affect our church building? Well, I don't know. Buildings haven't been decided yet, and that will be a collaborative decision between the new pastor and the All Things New team. How does this affect our school? We're going to have school next year and on our track to grow once again. Our school is very strong. Now, there would not seem to be any good reason for the new pastorate to not continue to have a school. And schools are not portable to other campuses. So the necessary resources and students for our flourishing Catholic school already exist in our community. So while our community will be expanding with these new communities in the pastorate, the school will not be a burden to anybody else. I can't promise anything, but I think the school would have the presumption of continued existence and continued thriving. So, thank you. And let us continue to pray for each other and for this process. God bless.